My name is Mayambala Godfrey. I am an extension worker working in Zirobwe. I work in the whole rural district. I provide extension to farmers. What we do with the farmers is that we have our daily routine as extension workers, solve farmers' problems, right away from crop production, agronomy, post-harvest handling. We look at the market challenges, we advise them to go for value addition, and generally to see that a farmer presents a problem, you work with the farmer, with the fellow extension workers, to see that you solve the farmer's problem, because it is the reason why we are with them in the society, to help them get through as they are doing production. Extension can be revitalized if extension workers are given more capacity, if extension workers are updated to the modern technology in extension. Like currently, if you go to a farmer's field, you see a strange symptom on a crop. If you cannot get a picture of that situation that you see in the farm and maybe share it with other extension workers using ICT gadgets and then get feedback, then you cannot solve problems these days, because you don't need to get a sample and maybe move to a lab in Uganda. But if you have the modern gadgets, it is easy to get a photo. Maybe if you have an iPad, it is easy to get a photo on it. Just get it, then send it to another expert, share it across the different extension workers, then get feedback and come back and solve the farmer's problem. 2, we can use the visual illustrations to share with the farmers. For example, these days we work with farmer groups because you cannot move to a farmer by farmer, farmer by farmer. So we use the advantage of farmer groups. We go and work with the farmer groups. But then if we have visual translated videos that can reach farmer, that you go in a farmer group, as an introduction, you first give them a video, then they ask questions as you share with them. Then later you can go on by making a follow-up on individual farmers at their different stages. But when they shared the information as a group. Well, with extension, we have especially the challenge of the ratio of farmers that we work with. It is still very big that you end up not satisfying them. You have the zeal that you want to help each and everyone, but still the gap is big. You cannot serve all the farmers. That's one challenge. 2, we still have a challenge of mobility. Moving to these farmers you need to have fuel, you need to have transport to move to these farmers. And it is still challenging us, because really you cannot make it from your own pocket sometimes, yet you have the zeal to go and support a farmer. But then the challenge still comes when you have those mobility challenges. Another challenge that we have is the evolving issues. Like, for example, farmers are experienced with, for example, this Agaliawamu. And by the time you try to look at it, then go to higher authorities, the flow of information comes back late. And then 2, you find that the information or updating the extension workers, there's still a gap in information sharing, up and down, then down and up. So as we communicate, then the feedback comes back late, when almost the problem has affected the farmer and the farmer is lost. So there's the communication gap. Then there is need for capacity building for these extension workers, because a farmer is looking at an extension worker as a one-stop center for income. You are supposed to give technical backstopping in crop, you're supposed to give in animal husbandry, you're supposed to give in livestock, you're supposed to help a farmer in post-harvest handling, you're supposed to help a farmer in marketing. Every time they come to us, they need market prices, the prevailing market prices for different crops that they are engaged in. At the end of it all, they look at an extension worker as a one-stop center for his income. They are looking at an extension worker as someone who breaks through. Yet most of this knowledge needs to be updated to the extension worker regularly for us to be equipped with knowledge that we can deliver to a farmer. What we believe in as extension workers is that as the farmers see us as their mirror, that they see that you are supposed to transform that farmer to another level, what we do is that we need to make sure that as we give new technologies to these farmers, we help them access profitable markets. As they access profitable markets, they are supposed to increase their incomes. Because as you transform a farmer from a lower income, and then a farmer is now in medium income, then another farmer, then another farmer. At the end of it all, you see that almost the global village that you are working with has transformed to another farmer, so to another level. So what we do is we are supposed to make sure that as we give them new technologies, the technologies are supposed to be moving together with increase in the sales volumes. From the sales volumes, they are supposed to increase their incomes. That is the only way that extension makes sense, that you have transformed the farmer in sales volumes and then change in income from where the farmer was to where he is due to the improved technologies, access to markets, and probably going into value addition. These are simplified materials that are easy to show a farmer, and then a farmer picks information. Then later, if you see that the farmer asks you a few questions where he feels he's not satisfied, and at the end of it all, you see that it makes the extension work easy, because even if you show it to one farmer, that farmer can take that information to another farmer. Even if you bring it to a farmer group, still the farmer group picks the information easily. You reach the farmers easily. In fact, we put them as icebreaker, you like the beginning. So when they look at the videos, then later you start on the extension message. It is easy for them to just ask questions and then you move on. And this is the video that you can also take to another group, to another group, to another group, like that. So it simplifies extension. It summarizes extension so that you go on now answering questions when they have seen most of the practices that are supposed to be done.